Mm-mm-mm. She bad, ain't it?
I would say so. What's up, Keisha, 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 Keisha?
How many times you gonna say Keisha?
As long as you keep
What are you
looking,
doing?
as long as you keep looking good, I'm gonna keep saying it.
What are you doing?
I'm chilling, I'm chilling. I was recording a podcast.
Oh, I interrupted you.
Yeah, you did. You good though, you good.
What are you doing October the 8th?
October the 8th. Whatever you want to do.
That's my birthday. Can you ride with me to Virginia Beach to get my kids?
Of course.
I just need some company.
I got you.
Are you passionate?
Hey, I will call you back though. We about to finish recording.
Bye.
Alright, peace. Yeah. What's your passion?
My passion, that's a good question, because like that could be like my passion could be helping people, or like my passion as far as getting like money is, you know, art, music. So it's like my passion as far as like what I want to do to get paid off of is art. That's
Like
my passion.
drawing?
Creating, yeah, drawing, music, something like that. That's my passion.
So if you sticking with your passion, right,
Mm-hmm.
and it seemed like ain't nothing shaking, what was your next step?
Sticking with the passion. You have to, because if you don't
was a
stick,
good answer, bruh.
if you don't stick with it, you gotta think. Formula 409 meant that they tried that formula and failed 408 times, and the 409th try was.
Say that again. That was the gym. Bro.
Formula 409 mean that they failed at making that formula 408 times. Their 409th success. Their 409th try was a success, which is why they named it Formula 409. It took them 409 tries to get it. A lot of men quit at part 2, 3, 7. Y'all give it 7 tries, or y'all done. I don't want to do that. It ain't work. You gotta stick. But the thing about sticking with it is you gotta know what it is. You're not gonna stick with something if you ain't feeling it. Like, I know I could really like perform art for free. I used to act, all that shit. Like, you know, I just like art. You know, I like to be able to create anything dealing with art. That's my passion. But if you talking about like career, my passion is like financial literacy, where people need to know how to, like Shorty said, create residual income. Because as a man, you can have a 9 to 5, but you need a 5 to 9.
Bro, I found out you can be making $100 a day, and you still won't be rich, bro.
Cause you think about
the math he broke down.
Because that's 700 a week, and then 4 weeks in a month, that's $2,800 a month, and then times 12, that's pretty much like $32,000 a year.
That's crazy, bro.
You need at least 500 a day to even get
Man,
to
who
get
making
jiggy.
500 a day, bro?
That's
I miss
6
a
figures.
lot of people that's making that, but
Or to be comfortable with like 300, like 200 to 300 a day. Because then if you double that, then you're in like the 40, 50,000 a year range.
that's why I be telling people it's all about family and friends, man. Like you gonna need people, because the average person.
That's a gem.
Hey, bro.
You gonna need people, bro.
I used to work at Hewlett Packard, bro. From 7 to 7, making $9 an hour.
How many days a week?
3 days on, 3 days off. I mean, 3 days on, 4 days off, 4 days on, 3 days off.
7 to 7.
And my checks went up like $290, I think, bro.
For the week. But were you the youngest dude there?
Nah.
Were you
I was like 19, but it was people like 40, 50, 60 working there too. Like I'm working beside somebody's grandma, and she making what I make, and I'm like, my grandma ain't doing that, bro. I sell coke.
Word. And
I just be thinking like, bro, thinking about the future. It's so easy for somebody to be homeless and broke and scrambling, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm big on connections and all that type of stuff.
You gotta be. Because if you ruin your connections, you could be asked out.
Because people think I'm rich and all that. I just tell people, I don't got money, I get money, if that makes sense. Like, I keep the flow going. But I can't just whip out like 100,000 or $1 million or something. But the way I'm living, you would think it'd be crazy, man.
My pops told me power perceived is power achieved. So So
That was
if you,
fire.
boy, I would have emptied the whole gym bag out right now. He said, if you look like you got power, you got power.
Perception is everything.
Everything. He said I could work at McDonald's, but if I pull up to a party in the limo, they gonna think I got it.
Bro, that's crazy. Like I was in Italy for 2 months, but while I was over there, I went to Egypt, I went to London, I went to Spain, but when I was in Italy, I went to Rome, where the gladiators was fighting in that arena.
Damn.
Like, I really was in the arena recording, taking pictures and stuff. I went to Florence. I just went all over the place. People like, oh, you rich? How you do that? How you travel like that? You got all that money, but they don't even know because they don't travel. Like they don't. I was like, it's like Italy is Richmond, Egypt was like Petersburg. So it's like get on a short flight to Egypt, get on a short flight to Spain, get on a short flight to London. But from the outside in, they like, oh my God, he all over the world. But it's just they all right there. So I tell people, what you don't know, you just don't know, man. Like people scared to travel. You can go to Miami for less than $100, but the people don't know that. So somebody told me you can't blame people for not knowing what they don't know for real.
Nah, nope.
It's like
Because if you don't want to know, then you choose not to know. Everybody has a choice.
But I feel like we got the internet, bro.
We got the internet. You can go on this right here and know whatever you want to know.
Bruh, my
Right
phone, it's the best investment ever.
Ever.
Bruh. I'm telling you, we got a cheap overhead and got my whole life in the palm of my hand.
Right
bruh.
there.
I'm talking about make money off it. I send money off it. I can call and order food. It'll be here in like 20 minutes. Man, it don't happen overnight, man.
It don't.
It do not happen overnight. People don't know. I done worked 15, 20 different jobs. I done been a trash man, like literally on the back of a trash truck, jumping off, flipping the trash over, dumping it in the truck. I done deliver newspaper. I done worked at McDonald's. I done worked at Burger King. Man. It's, people just, it don't happen overnight. Now, look at me though.
Hey.
Just don't give up, man. Just keep trying. Just don't give up. You got resources out here. Utilize your resources and just treat people good. And at the end of the day, you're going to be all right. That's all I can tell people, man. Because a lot of people know I was paralyzed from the neck down. Like how I go from being paralyzed from the neck down, having 3 brain surgeries, a spinal cord surgery, both my hips replaced, a double hip replacement, to going to Australia 6 months later by myself. Like I'm on a plane for like 15, 25 hours flying to Australia.
Damn.
It's a shower on the airplane. I'm going to Australia first class by myself. I don't know not one person in Australia.